Oh, you do it, picture. Yeah, I've had some lessons with another instructor, but I've never ever met you before. But he has got the same car as you, so I'm familiar with the controls. I've got a test coming up in about 4 weeks' time, and I've just been running through the different subjects. And he said today we were going to look at meeting, crossing the path, and my general anticipation.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So my name's Tony. So I want you to treat me as a pupil at the trained stage, yeah?
Okay. Yeah.
So test in 4 weeks' time. Meeting, clearance, and my general anticipation. That okay?
Meeting clearance.
Yeah, sorry. I apologise. Meeting, crossing the path,
Yeah.
and my general anticipation.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, well spotted there.
No, it's fine.
You spotted my deliberate mistake, yeah?
Okay. Hi Tony, I'm Sue. Pleased
Hi,
to meet
Sue.
you. I understand Bob can't make it today.
No.
So he's asked me to look at meeting, crossing the path of other vehicles, and general
He
anticipation.
did. Yeah, that's what he said, yeah.
Yeah, I understand you've got your test coming up in about 4 weeks' time.
Yeah.
Is that right? Okay. So, is there any have you got any concerns with regard
No,
to
I
those
think I'm
subjects?
doing really well now.
Okay. So, just going to ask you a few questions just to get an understanding, just to get an insight of where you are. So, what's your understanding of anticipation?
That's me trying to figure out what somebody does before they do it, isn't it?
Right, okay, yeah, that's right. So how would you, so looking up, you can't see very well up this road, but just imagine you can see up that road. We've got a bus parked on the right hand side there. What are you going to anticipate in that situation?
Oh, passengers getting off the bus, isn't it?
Okay. And what about, would there be anything else? Could anything else happen with the bus there?
The bus could pull away.
Yeah.
Oh, people running for the bus from the
Repeat-
left-hand side of the road,
yeah.
isn't it?
Okay. And what about cars coming around the bus?
Oh, yeah.
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 Okay. You've also got to.
That'd be a meeting, wouldn't it?
Okay. You've also got to think about your general road condition, don't you, and so on, and those sort of things on anticipation. So, talking about crossing then. So, so we're going to cross the path of a car. We're going to turn right. So just tell me, I'm going to position the car turning right into a junction, and we've got a car coming down the road. How would we know it was okay for us to turn right into that junction?
Oh, providing I don't make that car slow, stop or swerve.
Okay. And if we had a pedestrian on the curb, would it be okay for us to take that turn?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. How would we make sure that the pedestrian wasn't going to cross the road?
Just make eye contact with them.
Okay, okay. And if they'd actually put their foot on the pavement, what would happen there? Would you make that commitment? Would you turn?
No, I'd let them cross.
Okay, all right. Thinking about approaching traffic. So we're coming up the road. We've got cars parked on the left-hand side, and there isn't enough room for us all to get through. Car coming down the road. If the cars are on our side of the road, who would give way in that situation?
I would.
And why would you give way in that situation?
Because the obstruction's on my side, isn't it?
That's right, okay. So paint the picture the other way, traffic on the other side of the road, and we've got the right of way. Can we assume that that car coming down the road to come around the traffic would give us the right of way just because the traffic's parked on his side?
Oh no, Bob says I can give my priority away, but I can never. I don't know how you worded it now.
Yeah, you give priority, but you can't take it, can you? So, if we're in a situation and we've got to let the traffic come through, so traffic's on our side, where are we going to position that car in a holdback position?
Oh, a couple of car lengths back.
Yeah, and where are we actually going to position the car?
I try and stay out as far as I can without blocking the road.
Okay, so if we out too far, what will happen?
Block the road.
Yeah, okay. And if we're too far into the left, what would happen? What would the cars behind might read?
I know, I think I'm parked.
Yeah, okay.
Should we go and get some
All
practice?
right, so your knowledge is there, Tony, so let's go for a drive and let's see what we'll put it all into
Can I
practice.
set myself up?
Yes, please, if you can set yourself up for me.
Yep.
Okay, so tell me what you can see in this mirror.
Oh, I can square the whole back window.
Mm-hmm.
I can see all four corners of it. I can see the top, bottom,
Mm-hmm.
both corners. I can even see a bit of my head restraint and a bit of yours.
Okay, and the right door mirror?
I can see that learner coming up behind. I can see the door handles of the car.
Mm-hmm. And this one?
And I can see the door handles, and I can see right down the pavement.
Okay, so set up okay. So when you're ready then, if you want to drive off for me. Okay, Tony, so got cars parked on the left hand side here now.
Yep.
If a car was coming down the road and we had to pull in, what would you do first of all before you pull in?
I'll check the mirrors.
Okay, and what mirrors would you check?
Middle and left.
That's right. So in this situation, we're on our anticipation. We're reading ahead. So tell me how you're anticipating what's going to happen up here.
What is it? The merge coming up. Anticipate that I'm going to have to. We're going to be turning left.
Okay, I'd like you to take the next turning on the left, please.
We're going to have to stop, aren't we?
Okay, Tony. So just before you put your indicator on there, you didn't check your mirrors, did you?
Yeah, dear. Bob said my merging was really good.
Okay, alright, shut up.
And we're going to turn right.
Going to turn right here. So where are you going to position that car? Oh no, it's fine. So where should your car be positioned for turning right, Tony?
I don't think I have a problem with merging.
Oh, of course we're merging. Sorry.
Oh, am I doing something wrong?
No, it's fine. I thought you were just over the white line a little bit, but I just checked and you were fine. Sorry.
Had me worried there for a minute. So I'm going to cancel my test.
No, don't do that.
And we're going to turn right.
I'd like you to turn right here. So, so tell me, Tony, before you turn right here, what are we going to make sure with the traffic coming down? How are we going to judge it's okay for us to turn right here?
If I can walk across, I can drive across.
That's it. Okay.
Just out of roll. You know what a better question would have been there, yeah?
Mhm.
And we're going to go in front of that silver
yeah.
car.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Okay.
Well, good attempt anyway, yeah?
I'm not going to let you get away with it.
Yeah,
this
so you
time.
need-
Okay, so anticipating here, Tony, we've got cars parked on the left-hand side. If we've got a car coming, oh, no, don't do that. So what we're going to do, anticipate here, Tony. We had cars parked on the left here. What did you need to anticipate might happen?
Oh, like here, you mean?
Mhm.
Oh, there could be somebody coming down the road.
Yeah. So what might you have to do in this situation?
Hold back.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so we're anticipating here. We've got a pedestrian on the left-hand side, haven't we?
Oh, I got pedestrian on the left-hand side here.
Yeah. So what might happen here in anticipation?
I think he's running now because I frightened him. And turning right.
Now to take the next turning on the right, please. Okay, so looking ahead now, Tony, we're on a new road. So let's just wait, looking at picking up the information. So you're looking ahead and scanning back. What information can you pick up here? Anticipate might happen.
Turning right.
Take the next turning on the right, please.
Somebody could have turned in. And turning left.
Like you take the to read where we've got to pull in if we needed to pull in? If there was a car coming up the road and the priority was not on our side, how would you measure to put where to pull in?
Pull in here, come on.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, follow that one.
And where are you going to position your
Yeah,
car?
you follow that one.
Where are you going to position
Yeah,
your car?
what follows, when I make the decision, this is me out of roll.
Mhm.
If I'm going to make that decision about to wait here,
Mhm.
what's the next decision I've got to make before I think about doing that?
Oh, you've got to check your mirrors.
What mirrors am I going to check?
Okay,
yeah?
what mirrors are you going to check when you pull in, Tony?
I'll be middle and left, wouldn't it?
So, and why are you going to check your middle and left mirror?
I need not just the speed of the vehicle behind me and to
Mhm.
make sure that there's no cyclist creeping up the inside of me, yeah?
That's right.
Turning right.
I'd like you to turn right here.
And a
please.
natural progression then is that I've got to move away afterwards. So what are you going to...
Yeah, so you've pulled in now, Tony. The cars have got past. So what mirrors are you going to check before you pull out?
middle and right.
That's it. And what's the consequences if you if you pull in too far to the left? If you pull up
Yeah,
near the curb?
I think it's just finish off what you know,
Okay, so
what you're on there, yeah?
right. So you're going to check your mirrors when you come out from your hold back
Turning
position. Turn left, please. What mirrors are you going to check when you
Middle
pull?
and right.
Okay. And why are you checking that right mirror?
Okay, somebody's overtaken me.
That's right.
And if there was,
And if there was somebody overtaking you, what would you do?
I'd let them go.
That's right.
And well, if I didn't let them go, we'd both be...
Okay, so all right. If you didn't let them go, what would happen?
well, we'd both be having a dinner through a straw at A&E tonight, wouldn't we? Yeah?
Yes.
Take it all the way, yeah?
Mhm. Okay.
You're getting inside my head, find out what I
Yeah.
know, aren't you?
All right. Okay.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
And we're going to turn left.
I'd like you to turn left here, please.
Does that make sense?
No, it does. It does. Whether it's gone in or not, it's
No,
nothing
no,
but
it's
coming. But
you're doing well.
slowly.
You're actually coming in with some good questions.
Mhm.
Just make sure you take them all the way. Make sure you find out that I know every aspect of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Turning here, Tony, on this corner here, quite a blind corner, not an open junction.
Oh, I
is
can
it?
see well into this.
Yeah. Okay. So we're going to look at the new road and anticipate what might happen.
And
Looking
we're going
ahead.
to turn left.
Okay, we're going to take the next turning on the left, please. Okay, so just remind me, Tony, we've got traffic parked here on the left-hand side. If we had
So what did you see on the left there happening to that black car?
people coming out of the car.
So would that have been a good question about
For
anticipation? Yeah.
Yeah.
The left door opened.
Yeah. Okay.
What's possibly going to open next? And turning left.
I'm going to take the next turn up another door. People getting out.
Yeah, the left door is opened. Yeah.
People are going to come out.
It's a right-hand drive car,
Yeah.
so that's the passenger getting out. Is it possible the driver could pop out?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, these are real-life
Yeah.
anticipation ones, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're
Okay.
actually happening in front of us, aren't they?
Yeah. And the passenger.
And we're going to turn left.
I'm going to take the next turning on the left there. Lady there, crossing the road there, Tony. If we'd come up the road and she was crossing in front of us, what would you have done in that situation?
I didn't think she was any problem to me because she was well out of the way, wasn't she?
Yeah, but if she was nearer to you, what would you have done? Or am I just making it hard now? Okay, so looking ahead now, Tony, at the lights. What may happen at the lights here? What
Yeah, turning
anticipate?
right.
I'm going to turn right here.
I'm really good at traffic lights.
All right, okay. Okay, so this is a control crossing here, but if it wasn't a control crossing and you were going to turn right, what would we need to take into account before we make our turn to turn right? So if the traffic was flowing freely and we wanted to turn right, what would we use to judge whether or not it was okay for us to make the turn?
Across the path, isn't it?
You are crossing their path.
Yeah, I can go now, can I? No, I can't, can I?
Okay, so just
I'm gonna.
So how could you judge whether or not it was safe for you to cross at that junction?
Now if I can walk across, I can drive across.
That's right. So what mustn't you make the cars coming up do?
Slow, stop, it's road.
Okay, so if you'd make that first commitment and the first part there, that car coming up would have had to have stopped, slowed down or swerved, wouldn't it?
Is there any way you could have been proactive and stopped that error happening?
So I should have asked you, so Tony, at this junction here, could you walk across here?
Well,
Okay, Tony, so what would happen if you crossed here? What would you force that car to do?
well, am I going to go in front of that car here?
Are you going to go in front of that car?
You had kind of a nice build up
Yeah.
to the story, and then the climax is petered out, didn't it?
Okay.
Roundabout left.
At the roundabout, I'd like you to turn left. When you're coming up to a junction and we're going to turn right, Tony, we're going to check to make sure that we don't make the cars coming down the road stop, slow down or swerve. But what else do we have to look for as we're turning into a junction?
Make sure I clear the junction.
Yeah. What might be still on the pavement?
No pedestrian.
Pedestrian. So we must make sure that we, before we make our turn,
And we're going to turn left.
we're going to turn left. Before we make our turn, we must make sure that that pedestrian's not going to cross. So how are you going to check to see if that pedestrian is going to stay on the pavement or not?
Oh my God, contact them.
That's right. Okay, so we're in a situation here, we've got parked cars on our side. How are we going to work out whether or not we're going to have to hold back here?
I can see it's nice and clear.
So we were down this road and there was a bike. Yeah, anticipation. So if there was a bike,
Turning right.
I'm going to take the next turning right. If there was a bike here, no, that's not right, is it, for anticipation? If there was a bike come down here, how much? How wide a berth would we give the bicycle?
Oh, as much room as possible.
And why would we give that bike as much room as possible?
You were going to ask a good question there, weren't you? And then you for some reason changed your mind, yeah?
Yeah, because I wasn't sure it was the subject area, but it is. So
Well, anticipation is nearly always cyclist, isn't it?
yeah, okay.
Yeah, turning right.
Okay, so now you take the next turning on the right. So if we've got a cyclist there, how are you going to give them as much room as possible?
Well, that's to do with clearance, isn't it?
Yeah.
If I had a cyclist ahead of me, I could see exactly where you were going there, and I thought this is really good.
Okay.
We haven't met a cyclist today, have we?
Yeah, okay.
And I would have had to bring it up as a verbal kind of test.
Mhm.
If the cyclist look over his right shoulder.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Okay, Tony, so we're going to turn right at the junction, but the cyclist in front of us is also going to turn right. So how would we know, what signals could the cyclist give us to give us a clue of where he's actually going?
Sorry, I don't understand.
Okay, so we've got a cyclist up ahead and we've got a right turn ahead and he's going to turn right. What information would he give us to let us
He'd
know
put his
that?
hand out, wouldn't he? Give a
Yeah,
hand signal.
okay. What else might he do?
Well, they don't always put their hand out, do they?
No, so might he look over his right shoulder to see if there's any traffic following before he makes the commitment to turn right?
No, I've seen them look over the right shoulder quite a few times,
Yeah, okay, so that's
And
a
we're
good
gonna turn
sign,
left.
isn't it? That we're going to take the next turning on the left here. So,
Let me help you to rephrase that question, yeah?
Okay.
Tony, if you see a cyclist ahead
Mm-hmm.
and he looks over his right shoulder, or she looks over the right shoulder,
Yeah,
what would you anticipate they might do next?
okay, yeah, okay. So, Tony, just looking here on the right-hand side, there was a pedestrian here, so what do we need to be...
Let's just keep on the bike for a minute.
Okay, sorry.
So, Tony, we have a cyclist ahead of us.
Mm-hmm.
He looks over his right shoulder. Come on in.
He looks over his right shoulder, so what might that indicate to us?
Oh, he could be going to turn around a pothole.
Yeah, you could. What else could he be doing?
Oh, turning right.
Yeah. So what will we do if he's going to turn right?
Slow down.
Slow down. And when we slow down, where are we going to look?
At the cyclist.
At the cyclist. Are we going to check the mirrors?
Oh yeah, check the mirrors, yeah.
Because why are we going to check that mirror?
Oh, to make sure that the vehicle behind me is not too close, isn't it?
That's right, yeah. Because if you have to slow down and brake, we need to know how far close that car is behind us, don't we?
I do, yeah.
Because if we don't, what's going to happen if he's really close and you put your brakes on?
He could hit me and then I could hit the cyclist.
That's right, okay. To imagine that we're coming down this road and we've got children playing, they're having a bit of a game going on, and you're concerned and worried that they might fall over onto off the pavement onto the road. What warning sign can you give them that that you're sort of approaching to them?
Probably check my mirrors and slow down a bit more where there's children concerned.
Yeah. And how are we going to let the children know that you're actually coming up behind them? What sign can you give them?
I might sound my horn, but Bob said I've got to be careful with that.
Okay.
He said that can really frighten old people and children.
Okay.
He said it's best to first to take the danger away by checking your mirrors and bringing the speed down
Okay.
and turning right.
I'd like you to take the next turning on the right, please. So we're coming into a new road. So we've got to anticipate on our new road here. Would I talk about checking your mirrors here? So checking your middle mirror, right mirror into a new road. Okay. So here looks, Tony, we've got a hold back situation here,
right.
haven't we?
Yeah.
So where are we going to position that car?
Just about here.
Okay. Just a little bit. Okay. So before you pull out and round,
Yeah.
where are you going to check?
Middle mirror, left mirror.
So middle mirror, which mirror?
Left mirror.
Not your left mirror, it's going to be which mirror as you pull out?
Oh, right mirror.
That's right. And why your right mirror?
Struggle to get round there, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you remember you've got to hold back about 2 car lengths?
Oh, that's all right.
And the reason it's 2 car lengths for that very reason. You were too close there, and you notice how difficult it was for you to get round. So if we've got to hold back next time, we're going to hold back 2 car lengths, okay? And if we hold back and we're too far over the white line,